Tell the truth.
What's she doing?
I think I was 14 or something like that, and she, so I had a full-blown party, and we in the hood, like,
Okay.
full-blown, everybody came, because they, you know, we popular in the hood, you know what I mean?
And then I had the
So look, she had the hose,
And
so, hold on, Mom.
Okay, go ahead, you tell her.
Man, Mama said, hey, come on, let's get it started.
Blew the whistle.
Boom.
Put the girls out. How about they went and got their parents?
Yeah.
Oh,
Cause we had
the little girl.
My mama had,
Now the young teenager.
My mama had strippers in them.
Right.
Yeah.
For my 14th birthday.
Got rid of the school girls and brought the real ladies in, the grown women.
The grown women. And everybody came back.
This is how DL men are created, okay? If you scroll through social media, you find countless videos pretty much demonizing the existence of men on the down low, aka DL man, but no one stops to think about the root cause of the issue, okay? I believe DL men are not DL because they want to be. It's because that's how society forces them to be. In other words, society as a whole creates DL men. And Momma Dee, which is Little Scrappy's mom, is a prime example of what I'm talking about.
Because we had
the little girl.
My mama had,
Now the young teenager.
My mama had strippers in them.
Right.
Yeah.
For my 14th birthday.
Got rid of the school girls and brought the real ladies in, the grown women.
The grown women. And everybody came back. Everybody came back to the door. All the mamas came back like, hold on.
Come get me. I stood my ground 10 toes down.
She was like, yeah, this my house though.
This is my house. We're going in my house.
If you got a son in here that don't need to be in here, please take him out.
Please call him out. But we need to get up out of here.
Yeah, we gonna do.
We doing some things. You know, cause
nothing surprise to me that Momma Dee, okay, if you don't know who she is Little Scrappy's mom. It's no surprise to me that she don't got her black ass on this black internet streets to sit up there on that podcast and say that when Little Scrappy was 14, she brought adult women to essay her child. I don't care how you name it, how you want to phrase it, it is what it is. Okay? No adult person should be interacting in that way with a minor. I don't care if it's a woman or not. And if you look to the comment section of these videos that feature little boys interacting with adult women, what you will find is the black community, specifically black men, praising the behavior. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much celebrating the behavior and using that behavior as a rite of passage to manhood, as if that makes you a man, not understanding, or maybe they don't understand, maybe they're ignorant, I don't know, not understanding that they are supporting pedophilia, if you know what I mean, because that's exactly what it is, okay? A pedophile is not just when an adult man has relations with a little girl. It goes both ways. Okay? If you are somebody that's above 18 or 21 and you are interacting that way with a 14-year-old, then you are a pedophile, nothing more, nothing less. Now, if you listen carefully, she said that she brought over other teenage children along with adult women to interact in that way with Little Scrappy. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Ain't that seed trafficking? Ain't that what that is? Hello? I mean, you having minors, teenage girls, and Little Scrappy as a teenager, along with other teenage boys, interacting like that with each other. Ain't that child abuse? Okay? Why is this woman not arrested for getting her black ass on that podcast, admitting to committing this crime? Because it is a crime, it is illegal, it is against the law. That just goes to show you how toxic the black community really is. And none of them, those 4 adults, had enough common sense to understand that this isn't a joke, it is a criminal offense. No shade. Okay? No shade. I have so much to say about this because very often what you will find is that the black community as a whole often accuses the LGBTQ plus community of being pedophiles, of taking advantage of children and things like that, right? Of grooming, so to speak. But yet you see these people, the same people who accuse the LGBTQ plus community of all these things, sitting here on this black internet street, sitting their black asses there, you know what I'm saying? While Momma Dee admits that she brought adult women to interact in that way with her son, who was 14 years old at the time. And they see nothing wrong with that. And the reason why I strongly believe that they don't see anything wrong with that is because in the heterosexual world, the man is the aggressor. And even though the little Scrappy was only 14 at the time, they don't see women as aggressors, right? So they see men as aggressors. And I know it's backwards thinking, but that's how they think, okay? They treat women like children, pretty much, okay? As if women aren't capable of doing harm. A woman can, transfer an STD to a 14-year-old. It has happened before, okay? A 14-year-old boy has no business interacting that way with an adult, period. Period. And just, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to make this point because you see them accusing the gay community of pushing some agenda when they're sitting there, you know what I'm saying, promoting, pedophilia themselves. And it's not right. They're sitting there, all four of them, you know what I'm saying, pretty much promoting pedo behavior with no remorse. Which is crazy.
That's a hell of a party.
I ain't even know that was going.
Party story.
I wasn't even looking. Bro, I wasn't even looking for nothing like that, bro. I was sitting there like the whole time, like strippers. I'm like, cause this is like when I no, but when I look back,
everybody Chuck E. Cheese.
No, but look though, bro. I look back at it though. That was traumatizing. That was traumatizing. After therapy. After therapy, money.
Now
wait a minute, you're in therapy.
Yeah.
So wait, are you in therapy too?
No, little Scrappy is messed up in the head. The man crazy, and the man just said that he was traumatized. You know what I'm saying? And they're all laughing and joking as if that shit was funny. The man said, hey, I was traumatized. He was saying it in a joking manner, but I can tell that, you know what I'm saying? He probably was traumatized. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, a 14-year-old is still a child. You know what I'm saying? So he probably didn't know what was going on. He was probably confused. And not to mention, you know what I'm saying? Children have a right to be children. You know what I'm saying? And a stage of life that should not be skipped is childhood, okay? You should just allow the children their space, you know what I'm saying, to be children and not push adult things on them, okay? Kids are gonna be whatever they're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? People are who they are, and that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? So often, these women complain about DL men when they themselves are the one who created DL culture. You know what I'm saying? Let's say, for instance, and I'm not accusing Scrappy of being gay, but let's say that little Scrappy was gay, right? You are forcing that 14-year-old to sleep with somebody that they don't want to sleep with. You feel me? What if he was gay? Because of your homophobic ways, now he's forced to hide his sexuality. Therefore, you are creating the very same men that you claim that you hate. Okay? So when men hide in the closet, you demonize them for being gay when your behavior is creating the same type of men that you claim to have a disdain for. Now make that make sense. Maybe if you create a space within your home to allow the child to be themselves, you wouldn't have all these DL men running rampant. Okay, and that's the reason why I don't feel sorry, honestly, for any of these women, specifically black women, complaining about DL men when you are the one who is forming them. And I say you because growing up, typically children spend the most time with the mom as opposed to the dad. There are exceptions, but for the most part, the mother is the one who is in charge of raising the child. It is the first teacher that the child has in the home, typically. Okay? So don't complain when you find out that your man, you know what I'm saying, is not who you think he is. When often you guys are the one responsible for creating them in the first place.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Well, so wait, are you in therapy too?
No, she not. I keep begging her to go to therapy. I keep begging her to go.
Because I think he
her,
wants you to work through some of the
some of the trauma.
stuff.
All the trauma. Like
most 14-year-olds is getting bikes or something for their birthday. You giving this nigga.
Nothing against the LGBT community, but I just wanted him to chase pussy than total purse. That's all I was trying to do. That's all I was trying to do. In my defense.
That's called gentle.
In my defense.
Listen.
All hands on.
You all, I can't make this up. She sat there and said, no offense towards the LGBT community, okay? That goes to show you that often these black women that hang with y'all, they're not your friend. Baby, they are not your friends, okay? You're just a pocketbook to these women. Did you hear me? You're just a pocketbook to these women. They're not your friends, okay? And that the same Momma Dee that was affiliated with Signal 23 TV, okay? Did all those gay shows. She was chilling with y'all gays, and you know what I'm saying? And from the outside looking in, it looked like she was cool with y'all. You know what I'm saying? She approved of your lifestyle and kiki and ha. But this is how she really feels. And I gotta keep it 100. I believe this is how most black women feel. Even the ones that hang with y'all and claim to be y'all's friend, this is how she feels. Okay? It's okay for your son over there, him over there, to be gay or bisexual or whatever, but not my child. Oh no. Oh no. See, she just said she wanted to make sure that little Scrappy didn't show up to her home, to her doorstep in heels with a purse. Okay? That's what she said. Her words, not mine. Okay? As if there isn't such a thing as masculine, gay, and bisexual men, and they do exist. Okay? Just show you the level of ignorance. You feel me? And I just wanted to just caution you when befriending people, because everybody that claims to be your ally or whatever, they're not. You feel, especially these women, these black ass women. I'm sorry. Okay? It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, y'all. So this is wild. And it just goes to show you the state of ignorance of the black community. But I want you all to hit the comment section, okay? If you're watching this video, make sure that you, first of all, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the comments. Let's start a discussion, okay? Because it starts with us. We are responsible to, first of all, point out the ignorant behavior and address it. And if we don't point these things out, things are not going to change. Okay? So hit the comment section, give me a like, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you guys feel about this situation. It's crazy how somebody can get on the internet and admit to doing things that are clearly illegal and against the law. Okay? But because, this is concerning, that's the other thing, young men. If the tables were turned and it was a little girl being assaulted by a grown adult, things would have been different. But because we have a little boy being assaulted in that way, people tend to ignore it and push it under the rug. But, you know what I'm saying, over here, in the space of ours, we know better. And we're going to address these type of toxic behaviors that often take place in the community, specifically more so the Black community. I love y'all. I want you all to be safe. I want you all to be blessed. Okay? You know how we do. Love y'all from the moon and back, and until we meet again. And we sure will. Love, peace, and many, many blessings.